Hello everyone, this is Florian, and in today's video we will talk about the built-in print function. The built-in print function is maybe the mostly known function among the built-in ones. In fact, it is much more powerful than most people know. Let's start by having a look at its signature. So the print function, as you can see, takes a list of objects. Here it is named values. They are comma separated, and each of the items will then be printed to the terminal by default. However, there are 4 more optional parameters that you can specify to customize the output. Let's see how they change the behavior of the built-in print function. Therefore, we create a new script and open it up in Visual Studio Code. And we start with a simple hello world example, most of you may know. So print hello world, which gives us hello world in the terminal. Instead of passing strings as a whole to the built-in print function, we can pass each word individually, separated by commas. So print hello, and let's make this a string, comma world. Passing 2 words individually. Run the script again. We can see that we have the very same result. This is because by default the print function uses a white space to separate objects passed to it. We can change that by specifying a different value for the sep parameter. So sep equals, and let's go with a new line character. Run the script again, and we see that both words are printed on individual lines. The very same result can be achieved with 2 print calls. So instead of specifying a value for the sep parameter, we can close this here and create a new print statement. So now we have 2 print statements, one for hello and one for world. Run the script again. We can see that we have the same result, and this is because by default the print function sends a new line character after each function invocation. And you may guess it, we can override this as well by simply specifying a different value for the end parameter. So if we go over here and say something like comma and equals to white space equals white space, run the script again, we can see hello, then here's the new and character sequence, the next print call, and by default the second print call sends a new line character. That's why here is a blank line. Alright, we already met 2 of the 4 optional parameters to customize our print function calls. Let's have a look at the file parameter next. By default, the print function sends its output to a standard output. However, we can also send it to a text file. Therefore, we first need to create a new text file and open it. So with open, and let's go with text file.txt. Open it up in write mode. And now we also need to specify a local variable name. Let's go with text file for now. And I want both print statements in the text file. So file equals to text file. And the second print function should also send it to the text file. File equals text file. All right, let's run the script again. As you can see, nothing is printed to the terminal, but if we have a look at the working directory, we can see that now a new file was created. So text_file.txt. If we have a look at it, we can see that hello equals world is now present in this text file. The last parameter that you can specify is flush. So you can write something like flush equals to, and it accepts a Boolean value. So by default, it's false. So what does this flush do? If the object passed to the file parameter over here supports buffering, you can forcibly flush the buffer after a print call by setting this parameter to true. Again, it's false by default because it's not always needed. Alright, that's pretty much everything that you need to know to work with the built-in print function. Let me know in the comments which parameter was new to you and how you would solve a given issue instead. Stay curious and keep coding.